Hi, everybody. Welcome back to story time. When I was a little girl, back in the days when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I'm just kidding. Um, anyway, back in the 70s, this book, well, first of all, the little golden books were very popular, and every child had little golden books. And every child loved their little golden books. And so I loved this book. I loved it with all my heart. Hi, Brandon. Thanks for watching. Anyway, I love this book, and I'm sure other children, not other children, those of you who are in my age group, who are over the age of 50, will remember this story once we get into it. Hi, Miss Parker. Anyway, it's called The Golden Egg Book. And I do not know why I took to this story, but I did. And for those of you who love Goodnight Moon will recognize this name. Margaret Wise Brown wrote this book. And this book was actually published back in 1973. It was actually published, first of all, in 1947. And so when I realized that this book was written by the same lady that wrote Goodnight Moon, I was like, wow. So, hi, Michaela. So anyway, as I like to say, gather your children, gather your blankets and your bears, and let's all settle down because I have a story to read to you. Once there was a little bunny. He was all alone. One day he found an egg. He could hear something moving inside the egg. What was it? Maybe a little boy. Maybe an elephant. Maybe another bunny. Maybe a mouse. Who could tell what he would find? And how would a little bunny know? But there was something inside that egg. He could hear something moving. He shook it. Then the bunny pushed the egg with his foot. He jumped on top of the egg. Miss Parker, I bet you have read this book to the Parker grandbabies many times. He climbed a tree and threw nuts at it. He rode the egg down a hill, but still the eggshell didn't break, and whatever was in the egg did not come out. So the bunny threw a rock at the egg, but because he was only a little bunny, it was a very little rock, and he didn't throw it very hard, and the egg did not break. Peck, peck, peck. Something was trying to get out of that egg. The bunny sat very still and watched through his shining eyes. He sat very still and listened with his big, soft ears. Peck, peck, peck. Then the little bunny began to yawn, and he yawned, and he yawned, and the egg was very quiet. He curled up all sleepy and warm, close to the egg, and went to sleep. He went to sleep because he was so sleepy. Then, peck, 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 and peck, and peck, and peck, and crackly crack, out jumped a little yellow duck. Well, what is this? Said the little duck when he saw the bunny. What could this little fur thing be? The bunny was very sleepy, so he was still asleep. He didn't wake up. Inside the egg, said the duck, I thought I was all alone in a small, dark world. Now I find myself alone with a bunny in a big, bright world, and the bunny won't wake up. So the duck pushed the bunny with his foot and jumped on top of him and threw a rock at him. and rolled him down a hill. And the bunny woke up. "Where is my egg?" said the bunny. "And where did you come from?" "Never mind that," said the duck. "Here I am." So the bunny and the duck were friends, and no one was ever alone again. This is a very sweet story, and it's called The Egg Book, the Golden Egg Book. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to the Golden Egg Book. And like I said, it's written by Margaret Wise Brown, the lady who wrote the wonderful book called Good Night Moon. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys will come back. I will show you the book that I will be reading next. And this book has been reprinted and reprinted. But this version is called Digger Dan. And look how old it is. This is first copyrighted in 1933. And this is the 1933 version. And you can see from the colors of how old this book really is. So, if you have little boys who love diggers, as they call them, I hope that you will gather them up and for when I read Digger Dan. And I can't promise I'll do it tomorrow night because I have a meeting, but if I don't go to my meeting, I'll do it tomorrow night. So be watching on Facebook, and I will post when I will be reading Digger Dan. But I thought it was interesting because I know this book has been reprinted and reprinted and reprinted. And but when I saw that I had the first copy, you know, that it was copyrighted in, 1953, I think I said 1933, that I had the first, the original copy, I was like, and I started looking through the artwork and everything. I was like, wow, and it always amazes me when you go through old children's books, the colors and the artwork and how things are different today compared to where they were even in the 70s, might as well the 50s. So, on that note, I hope everyone is safe. I know here in Georgia we're going to have rain for the next 3 days. So hopefully, we all won't be having to build a boat or build an ark like Noah. So I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.